Hey, what's up, folks? It's Thursday, August 15th here. Wanted to talk a little bit about what happened with my Twitch ban, just to document it and so folks know what's going on there and what happened. So, by the way, I've been streaming since 2013, 2014, over a decade on Twitch. Obviously, I'm a lawyer. I've read through all of the Twitch terms of service. I've read through all of the Twitch community guidelines. I've, from day one, been very, very careful to follow Twitch's rules, even though I openly say, look, I don't agree with Twitch's rules. I believe in free speech. I believe in open discussion of ideas. Twitch doesn't, but I've always felt that even though there's not free speech on Twitch, there was still enough, and I could still say enough of what I wanted to say that I felt comfortable with it. So, for example, I was always free to say that I believe in traditional morality. Traditional sexual morality in particular, and people, that's not against TOS, but if you sort of expand on that, sort of they can call it against TOS type of thing, even though it's really not. But anyway, so I've been perfect on the rules, perfect on complying with Twitch terms of service. And so last 2 nights ago, Tuesday night, August 13th, I was live streaming on Twitch, and I was actually editing my my Twitch VODs and my Twitch live stream videos from the Trump rally, and I was trying to get those videos uploaded to YouTube. And we were talking about immigration, and somebody in chat had mentioned the historical name for the 1954 deportation operation under President Eisenhower. And I'm not going to say the name of it now, but you guys can go look it up. And so somebody said that in chat, and I started, and then I said it as well and mentioned it and said, yeah, isn't that crazy? Sort of that was the name of the operation. And I think I even had mentioned that word is no longer, you're no longer allowed to use that word. That word is now considered a racial slur. But the fact remains, it was a historical fact that's what the name of that operation was. And so I was just sitting there streaming, and then boom, all of a sudden I looked over and everything was gone. Everything was gone. And it said I was logged out of Twitch. Everything was logged out. My stream died, and then my screen where I had up Twitch chat and everything also then popped up the login page, and I was like, that's weird. I clicked login and it said account suspended. You cannot log into Twitch, account suspended. I was like, and it took me a second. At first I was like, wait, was it something in one of my Trump rally videos? Did they ban me because of these Trump rally videos and something that happened in there? And then I was like, oh no, we were just talking about the 1954 deportation operation. Boom. So then I immediately submitted appeal, and I've been joking, by the way, because my appeal got granted within 2 hours. Now I'm joking that I've got a Twitch appeals consulting business. So anybody out there that gets banned on Twitch, I will write your appeal for you, $1,000 an hour. It's a joke, but really, I did write a pretty good appeal. And what I wrote in the appeal was, I said, hey, I know why this suspension happened. Here's what happened. We were discussing that 1954 operation, and I said, because they had also, I don't know if they had emailed me at this point or how the notification had gotten to me, but I knew that they had banned me for hateful slurs or like racial slurs or something. And so I put in the appeal, nobody used a slur, nobody said this in a hateful way, and this was not discussed without context. And so if you talk about some of these things without context, whatever that means, you're not allowed to do that on Twitch. But I put in my Twitch appeal exactly what happened. I said, hey, I know what happened. I know why this happened. Here's what happened. And I said, nothing happened that was against Twitch terms of service or the community guidelines. This was all within context. And I think I even put in there that, even though this was not a violation of the TOS, if Twitch doesn't want that word to be used, I'd be happy to not use it or something like that. But I put in there that there was no violations. This was all within context. There was no slurs or hateful words used, anything like that. And then, and I got to say, thank you so much to Grumpelstiltskin, everybody else out there, all you Twitch streamers out there that tweeted support for me and everything like that. It really means a lot. To see how many people came to my defense and saying, like, what are you talking about suspending Lecture Fan? He's literally like the safest, most TOS compliant streamer out there. This is crazy. And so I really appreciate all that, all you guys out there. So anyway, so then 2 hours later, I get an email from Twitch. Your update on your appeal. We're sorry. We reviewed your appeal. We made a mistake. You know, you're reinstated. They even apologized. They said, we're sorry for any inconvenience. And so boom, back on Twitch. But it really was a wake up call for me because, you know, I had put a lot of effort into making those Trump rally videos, which had just been done, you know, 4 or 5 days earlier. And I immediately lost access to all of those. I immediately lost access to the ability to communicate with my 8,000 supporters on Twitch. Immediately lost access to my money that Twitch owes me. You know, I couldn't even log in to see how much money they owe me for subs and bits. They couldn't get my videos, couldn't talk to my viewers. So it was a real big wake up call that they have that ability to shut you down like that over something that's innocuous, is literally just discussing historical fact, and I got suspended for it. Thankfully, they did the right thing. Thank you, Twitch, for granting that appeal. I think that was clearly the right decision. But you know, the reality is when it comes to that operation and this Donald Trump is running on deportation as a policy for the criminal illegal aliens, and they're all criminals because it's a crime to cross the border illegally, to deport criminal, and out of a matter of just basic fairness, they have to be deported because it's not fair to all of those people around the world, billions of people around the world that are trying to come here legally, that are trying to do it the right way. And if we give these illegal immigrants amnesty, give them American citizenship, you're rewarding their inappropriate behavior, and you're punishing those people, billions of people worldwide who are trying to come into the United States legally. Okay, so the humane, fair, and just thing to do is to deport all of them. That's what's fair, that's what's the right, that's what's justice. Don't let the Democrats tell you anything else. And obviously securing the border. And obviously Donald Trump has 80 million, 90 million Americans that support him, right around half of the country. And so that idea is not a radical idea. That's not an idea that's outside of the mainstream. This is well within, you know, that's just literally enforcing federal law. It's fair and it's just. And so, but there was a lot of bad things that happened in the 1954. Let's be honest about that. And so we don't want to repeat any of those things. For example, I had read on Wikipedia, I don't even know if this is true. I read in the 54 operation that there was basically some American citizens that got caught up in it and got deported, even because they were of Mexican heritage. They were American citizens, but they still got deported. I don't know if that's true, but that's what Wikipedia said. If that is true, we don't agree with that, right? That's not going to happen this time. And there's not going to be any racial discrimination or anything else. All of the bad things that happened in previous deportation operations, that's not what we're talking about. You know, we're talking about valid, correct, fair deportations of people who are criminal, illegal immigrants into this country, and doing it the right way, doing it constitutionally, doing it in a fair manner. But anyway, I mean, that was the first time I'd ever been suspended on Twitch in over a decade of streaming. And I talk about very controversial issues every day. Every day I'm discussing the most controversial political issues in the world. Okay, and I've been very careful and have never been banned until yesterday. The timing of that's very interesting, isn't it? A couple months before the election. First time ever I get suspended. But they reversed it. I appreciate everybody. It's a big wake-up call for me. Long live free speech. Long live Elon Musk. Long live X. I hope someday that other platforms have as good of features as Twitch, and that I could live stream on a different platform and have more freedom of speech. But we are still on Twitch. Lecture Fan on Twitch. We'll see you live tonight.